Series 100, and 2 days are almost ended, and I got the opportunity to meet this awesome man, David Schwarz, who is the founder of
Hush.
Hush. Would you like to introduce yourself a little bit and what is Hush?
Sure. So I'm David, and I'm the co-founder of Hush. It's been around for 12 years. It's a design agency focusing on experiences. So we build real spaces that you and I can all occupy, but everything is highly designed, driven by a brand and strategy, and very technically sophisticated, lots of creative technology. So we get to flex all these interesting muscles. We get to be graphic designers, aesthetic designers. We get to be three-dimensional designers with materials and space and light, and we get to use some of the most cutting technologies we can get our hands on to integrate into those spaces. So a lot of different ways into the same design challenges.
And it's really, really great to hear. I mean, we were part of your presentation, so we really know what you're doing, and you guys have really, really nice insight, as well as a few students who are lucky to join your speech and your inspiration. But for all the students out there, what would you kind of recommend for creative life? So, or how do you see the future for creatives?
Okay, well, first off, I want to caveat anything anyone tells you that has a big, the truth or this is the way it's going to be. I really find that there is no right answer, right? So it's kind of just going to play out how it is. But you do have some control, which is you can control the things that you do and you believe in and you want to study and you want to pursue. And if you're pursuing things that you think other people think is right, or you're pursuing things that you think are trendy, or you know, this era is all going to be about X, so I'm going to do that, I think it sort of undermines your passion factor.
Yeah.
And you may be able to do it for many years. You may be able to get very good at it. It's not really about ability, but over time, passion is the only thing that keeps you moving. It's the energy behind whatever you do. And so if you align what you're passionate about with what you can gain skills at and become good at, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like life. It just feels like what you would want to do anyway, and maybe you happen to be getting paid for it. And that's a struggle for a lot of people. A lot of people start with the passion and the work product very separate, and sometimes they do the work and then they go home, and on the weekends they do this other thing. But the harder you work to compress the two, I think the more happy you are in everything. I mean, I don't. When I'm working, other than stressful situations, when we're doing the work, I don't find it work at all. I could do it all day if I didn't have outside forces. So
yeah.
So there's that.
So if I kind of summarize it, it's a recommendation that you should follow your heart, your passion, and your intuition.
Follow your passion, believe in what you do, create a set of values that you think are true to you. And they don't have to be the same as other people, and they could be, but just write down the things that you want to accomplish, big picture. And then study the things that support those values. Practice the things that support those values. When you go to a company that you want to get a job at, they're testing you for sure as a potential employer, but you should be testing them. Do you see people behaving in the ways that you believe in? Do you see a culture that will support what you want to do? Or are you just going to a place that you think is super cool, but you're going to do work and feel like you're not treated fairly, or your work's not supported?
It's like a fit from both sides.
Yes, you should be as critical of their world as they are of your work. So there are companies like that, and there are other people like that. And I think the quicker you get that into your mindset, the more successful you'll be.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for these words and this recommendations.
Thanks for everything.
Thank you for being here.
Cheers.
And it was a big pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.